Nandi Boini, and as you may or may not know, I'm running to be your student council president. So a little bit about me. I'm currently a senior, and I've been a member of student council for the past 3 years. I was a senator my freshman year, and I was elected to be both sophomore and junior class representative these past 2 years. For the 3 years that I've been a part of student council, everyone has always asked, what does student council even do? In previous years, the answer to that question was, well, we plan fundraisers and dance marathon, but now because of COVID, we can't even do those things anymore. So what does that leave us to do now? Half of you have never been in the building before this year, so now is the perfect opportunity to restructure student council to expand its responsibilities beyond simply planning fundraising events in order to prioritize a much larger issue, the well-being of our students. So that leads me into my goals for this year if elected to be president. My first priority is the mental health of our students. For a lot of us, this has probably been the most confusing and strange year and a half of our lives. We spent so much time away from each other, so much time discovering ourselves and our identities separate from school, just to be thrown back into the same 5 days a week, 7 classes a day environment that's been foreign to us for a year and a half. This transition has likely been really difficult for a lot of us. I know it has been for me. That's why I think now more than ever, it's so crucial that students are given proper mental health resources. This year, it isn't enough for administration to say, just reach out if you need help. That clearly isn't working. It's time to make an active effort to bring mental health resources to students. If elected to be president, I'd ensure that a list of both in-school and community and national resources are displayed in every classroom. I'd also implement monthly mental health check-in surveys during a designated class time or Wildcat Pack. Utilizing class time will make sure that this survey isn't just another email among the hundreds that we get. Additionally, I'd like to bring in community speakers from organizations like the Compass Center, the National Alliance on Mental Health Illness, and the Orange County Rape Crisis Center to come in at least once every 2 months during PAC or a designated class to inform students of the resources that are available to them. Now let's talk about my plan for addressing social issues. Last year, as some of you know, Student Council hosted many advocacy-themed movie night and discussions, such as our I'm Smart 2 screening about the achievement gap and Who Killed Vincent Chin, which is about anti-Asian violence. I've been to every one of these movie nights, and I've also helped our Vice President candidate, Shiny Shen, moderate the screening of Who Killed Vincent Chin, where I served as a panelist among other East and UNC students and opened up about my experience as an Asian American living in Chapel Hill. This sparked an important discussion about the environment that our school fosters for students of color, which is the type of conversation that I'd love to see continue this year. This can only be done if we listen to our students to hear what they actually want. In order to do this, I'd like to place suggestion boxes for student council advocacy topics outside of each quad to gain student input, as well as have surveys available on our student council website and Instagram. I think a crucial part of being a good leader is having the courage to be vulnerable. I'd utilize my experience with using student council's platform to advocate for social issues, as well as my own perspective as a student of color at East to create a transparent environment at our school where we're not afraid to talk about the uncomfortable issues. Equity ties directly into achievement. As president, I'd make it a priority to ensure that every student has the opportunity to succeed in this school. This means equal access to academic resources. I'd use Student Council's platform to advocate for school resources such as NHS peer tutoring and SAT prep courses. I'd also like to use Student Council to create a free alternative to our SAT prep courses, where seniors who have already taken the SAT or ACT can earn service hours by giving other students tips on how to be successful in these tests. For a lot of us seniors, college applications are the main source of stress in our lives right now. I know a lot of us feel extremely overwhelmed and wish we had more guidance. In an attempt to alleviate our stress, I'd like for Student Council to partner with the guidance department and set up a schedule where students can use their free period, Wildcat Pack, or a chosen class time to set up a one-on-one meeting with the counselor to guide them through the college application process. I also want the Student Council to work with administration to give guidance counselors more support, as they're likely just as overwhelmed as we are, and a lot of our counselors, just like the students, are new to this school. Lastly, I want to bring back all clubs at East. I'm extremely passionate about Student Council, and there are so many people who are just as passionate about another club, but they've been told that clubs can't happen this year. If we can find a way to make sports work, we can do the same with clubs, through utilizing outdoor spaces, or even operating partially remotely if necessary. Whatever it takes, I want to give everyone the equal opportunity to pursue their interests at this school. If you take anything away from this video, I hope it's that my main priority is the needs of our students. We're currently in a time where not a lot of promises can be made by administration, and a lot of promises are being broken. But my one promise to you is that if I'm elected to be president, I will do everything in my power to make Student Council an organization that genuinely cares about our students. If you want to see that promise come true, vote Nandi Boini for president. Thank you all for listening.